Okay, so this is the video on proportions. And proportions, we'll look at those. It's basically taking two ratios and seeing if they're equivalent, and then if they are, they're proportional. So what are proportions? You need to write this in your notes. A proportion is a mathematical equation stating that two ratios or rates are equivalent. So this is saying if you have 12 eggs to 24 rolls, then your ratio of eggs to rolls is 1 to 2 because those are equivalent. It's what they're equal to. 2/5 is equal to 6/15. If it costs $2 for 10 prints and you got 30 prints, it would be $6. So that's the way you do proportions, and you say that they're equivalent. So go ahead and write this down. Pause it and write this down. There are different ways to determine if a relationship between two quantities is proportional. One way is by examining unit rates. And so what you can do is you can say you're comparing miles to hours. So you need to label it 20 miles to 5 hours. And then this is 45 miles to 9 hours. So we're asking, is this equal? So the question is that you can't get from 5 to 9 or from 20 to 45, but that doesn't mean this isn't proportional. You can find the unit rate. So how many miles in 1 hour? So divide by 5, 4 to 1. That's miles per hour. And let's see, if you divide by 9, you get 5. Divide by 9, you get 1. So this is not proportional. It is not proportional because this is divide by 9 and you get 5 over 1, and this is divide by 5 and you get 4 over 1. So since these are not the same, it is not proportional. So let's try it. If you have 3 t-shirts for $21, so we're comparing t-shirts to money. And we've got 3 to 21. And we have 5 t-shirts to 35. So this, 3 goes into both of those, so that's 1/7. And 5 goes into both of those, and that's 1/7. And since those are the same, we say yes, it's proportional. Okay? And then we're going to do pages per day and 90 pages in 6 days. Well, this one, we don't even have to do a unit rate. We can go 3 times 2 is 6. 60 times 2 is not 90, it's 120. So this is not proportional. So go ahead and do these, finding the unit rates or looking at what's proportional, and whenever you come back, we'll find the answers. Okay, so this is the video. Okay, so now check your work. So here we're comparing dollars to notebooks, and we have 9 to 6. And then $27 for 18, and this is times 3 to go from 9 to 27. This is times 3 to go from 6 to 18. So it's yes, it is proportionate. And then we've got 10 bracelets for 5 friends, so that's 2 bracelets per friend. You've got 12 bracelets for 4 friends. That's 3 bracelets for 1 friend. So that is not the same. 2 to 1 and 3 to 1 are not the same. So no, it is not proportionate. The band raised $168 by washing 42 cars. The choir raised $152 by washing 38 cars. Are these fundraising rates proportional? Explain. So 168, so money to cars, and 152 to 38. So if I simplify this, to 21 and divide by 4, so that's 4 to 1. Now let's see if 38 goes into 52 4 times. So 38 times 4 is 152. So that equals 4 to 1. So yes, it is proportionate. If a unit rate is not easily found, check to see if the rates are equivalent. If they are, then the quantities are proportional. So we did some of this whenever we were finding unit rates. We're comparing free throws to attempts. So three free throws to 7 attempts, and 9 throws to 14 attempts. Well, this is times 2. This is times 3. Since the scale factor is not the same, then no, this is not equivalent. This is not proportional. So determine if the quantities in each pair are proportional. So we're comparing DVDs to money. 6 for 90 and 45, 3 for 45. This is divide by 2. This is divide by 2. So since these are the same, yes, it is proportional. So go ahead and pause this and go ahead and set these up and see if they're proportionate. That's just making sure that they are equivalent fractions. If they're equivalent, then yes. If they're not equivalent, no. If this scale factor is the same, it's yes. If the scale factor is different, it's no. So here we set up our proportion, and it was 12 to 16 and 4 to 8. And we divided by 3 up here and divided by 2 down here. Since those numbers are not the same, no, it's not proportionate. And then here we multiplied by 2, multiplied by 2. So since those are the same, it's yes, it is proportionate. The ratio of girls to boys in the 6th grade band is 3 to 4. Which of these show possible numbers of girls to boys in the band? So go ahead and solve this, and tomorrow your teacher will go over it. Which of the following shows an equivalent way to show the cost of tomatoes? Homegrown tomatoes, and so your homegrown vegetables, you're looking at tomatoes, cost, number per cost, and set up the ratio and see which one of these is correct, is equivalent. How do you find an equivalent ratio by using a scale factor? That's one question, and we'd like your response to it. And define unit rate. How do you define unit rate? And make sure you have answers to these questions because you'll be going over them in class.